Playful Kiss.
Playful Kiss is a 2010 South Korean romantic comedy television series, starring Jung So-min and Kim Hyun-joong. It aired on MBC from September 1 to October 21, 2010 on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 21:55 for 16 episodes. It is based on the Japanese manga Itazura Na Kiss written by Tada Kaoru. The Korean series is the third television adaptation of the manga following the Taiwanese It Started with a Kiss in 2005, and its sequel Baek Kiss again in 2007. Though Playful Kiss received low ratings in South Korea in the 5 to 7% range, it was sold to 12 countries in Asia. Due to its international popularity, a short special edition was aired on YouTube after the series finale.
Plot.
A clumsy high school girl named Oh Ha-ni Jung So-min, who is at the bottom of her class, has had a crush on a popular and genius male student, Baek Seung-jo Kim Hyun-joong, ever since she laid eyes on him on the first day of high school. Ha-ni decides to confess through a letter, but is rejected rudely by Seung-jo, who tells her that he hates stupid girls and returns the letter having corrected all of her mistakes. Fate intervenes when an earthquake ruins Ha-ni's family's newly built home. While the house gets rebuilt, Ha-ni and her father are invited to stay at the home of her dad Oh Ki-dong's Kang Nam-gil childhood friend, who happens to be Seung-jo's father Baek Seung-jo Kim Hyun-joong. Ha-ni's feelings for Seung-jo are rekindled, and she is more than determined to impress him. Seung-jo remains insensitive to her feelings and finds her a complete nuisance. However, Seung-jo's matchmaker mom, Hong Ji-Jung Hae-young, helps Ha-ni a lot. Seung-jo and Ha-ni soon graduate high school and go to university. There, Seung-jo meets Yoon-hae Lee Si-young, the female Baek Seung-jo. While Ha-ni's classmate Bong Joon-gu Lee Tae-sung still has, despite many incidents that have continuously broke his heart, feelings for Ha-ni. However, Seung-jo is still the one Ha-ni likes, despite the fact that he is always with Ha-ra and said that he lives for teasing her. Ha-ra falls in love with Seung-jo and they begin working together at a cafeteria, which makes Ha-ni jealous. Ha-ni's feelings continue to grow just as the friendship between Seung-jo and Ha-ra does too. When Seung-jo's father becomes hospitalized, Seung-jo takes over his father's gaming company temporarily. He is introduced to the investor's granddaughter at an arranged marriage meeting, who turns out to be none other than Ha-ra. With everything going on, it seems impossible for Seung-jo to like Ha-ni. Joon-gu also doesn't give up on trying to win Ha-ni's heart, and one day, he takes his crush one step further by proposing to Ha-ni. Afterwards, Ha-ni walks back to her father's noodle shop in the rain to find Seung-jo standing there with an umbrella, waiting for her. Seung-jo claims to be curious about her answer for Joon-gu, knowing that he had proposed, but Ha-ni refuses to tell him. This leads to an argument between the two, causing Ha-ni to have an outburst, which is interrupted when Seung-jo suddenly kisses her. The new couple walks back home and announce that they're engaged. During their honeymoon, they encounter another couple. The woman flirts with Seung-jo in front of Ha-ni and fakes an injury so that he will inspect her. Seung-jo mentioned that he is studying medicine. Ha-ni gets jealous, and she and Seung-jo argue. After Ha-ni leaves the room, the woman tries to get Seung-jo into bed, but her male companion returns and tells them that Ha-ni had left the hotel. Then Seung-jo realizes that the woman was faking and goes to find Ha-ni. Chris, a British-Korean girl, enters their lives. She speaks Korean fluently and has a crush on Joon-gu. But Joon-gu says he only has room for Ha-ni in his heart. It is later revealed he was in denial, and has begun to have feelings for Chris. Ha-ni tries to switch her major to nursing to be closer to Seung-jo, but her grades aren't good enough. On her way to a date with Seung-jo on Christmas Eve, she witnesses an accident. Despite the risk of arrest if it's done incorrectly, Ha-ni successfully performs CPR on the person and accompanies her to the hospital. It makes her late for their date, but finds Seung-jo waiting for her. Meanwhile, Minal becomes a famous cartoon artist, and Jurai becomes friends with a guy newly discharged from the military who comes to her salon every day for a trim. The finale ends with Ha-ni and Seung-jo making out in the company car.
Cast:
Jung So-min as Oh Ha-ni, Kim Hyun-joong as Baek Seung-jo, Lee Tae-sung as Bong Joon-gu, Lee Si-young as Yoon-hi-ra, Jung Ha-young as Hong Jim-hee, Seung-jo's mother, Oh Kyung-soo as Baek Soo-chang, Seung-jo's father, Choi Won-hong as Baek Yoon-jo, Seung-jo's brother, Kang Nam-gil as Oh Ki-dong, Ha-ni's father, Hong Yoon-hwa as Jung Jurai, Ha-ni's friend, Yoon Seung-jo as Dokgo Min-ah, Ha-ni's friend, Choi Sung-joon as Kim Ji-tae, Jang Ah-young as Hong Jang-mi, Bai Si as Bong Joon-gu's followers, Hong Hyo-yoon as Song Kang-yi, Ha-ni's homeroom teacher, Song Yong-shik as Song Jio, Moon Ho-won as head teacher Hwang, Choi Sung-guk as Wang Kyung-soo, Yoon Bo-hyun as tennis team captain, Abigail Alderit as Chris.
Reception. Awards. Epilogue.
To show Ha-ni and Seung-jo's married life, Playful Kiss, special edition was released on YouTube beginning November 2, 2010. The 7 10-minute webisodes were subtitled in English, Japanese, Chinese, and Spanish, among others. The online series was popular, with the first episode initially receiving over 1 million hits in the first 2 days, and over 19 million hits and counting for the entire 7 episodes.